Good evening, everyone. This is Patrick, Comics and Collectibles, and welcome to the next episode of the CARNAGEIZED Skull Project. All right. Before I start talking about the skull, I want to talk about the base. And before I start talking about the base, take two. And before I start talking about the base, I want to talk to you briefly about some of my tools and materials and supplies I'm using. And as usual, I don't have my pointer. Hold on, be right back. I am back. All right, briefly, folks, this is the epoxy. That's the gray stuff you see right there. It's a two-part clay. Mix them together and they harden after a little while. I think it's like 15-20 minutes working time before it starts to get hard. So that's what I'm using. Been using these tools right here to kind of shape in the clay and the files. I guess it's about 7 or 8 files. I'll be using those in the next phase of this project. And this weird thing here, that's the tongue. Talk more about this in a moment. All right, now let's talk about the base. Hold on, be back. This right here, hopefully once I'm done, it will look something like that. Can you see that? There's a lot of glare, I know, but hopefully you can see it. I did this one quite a while ago and I was really surprised how it turned out. I like the look. And so that's the look I'm going for with this base right here. This is just regular old wood. I think I got this at Hobby Lobby, maybe Michael's. Just regular old wood. Now what I've done to this is I combine black. Hold on, let me show you what I'm working with here. These are the paints I used on it. I combine the black, brown, and the red to get this color right here. That kind of a dark, I guess, cherry wood color, kind of color. I applied a coat of that paint to it, and then I put some gloss over it. I will be putting maybe two more coats of the paint and gloss and try to get it real nice and shiny. Okay, let's get back over to the skull. Let's see, what have I done to this? I don't remember what I did in the last video, so let's just start from the base and work my way up. This is a piece of foam. On top of that, there's some air dry clay. That's the white part right there. And this here, like I said before, that's the epoxy clay. I have painted the inside of the mouth or the bottom of the mouth red. I wanted the top portion to remain white, but as you can see, I kind of got carried away with my red paint, so I'll have to paint that over with some white. Now this is what I'm going to be using these files for right here. I want to clean this up a little bit. Let's get closer. You can see what I'm talking about. See how it's kind of rough right there? I think what happened was it took me quite a while to get this clay onto the skull. In the meantime, the clay is drying and getting hard. And so when I finally got to this part, it was about, I almost ran out of time. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. And it was to the point where it was just hard to work with it. And so that's why it looks like this. To sum it all up, it looks like this because it was just getting too hard and too dry to work with. So I have to use my files to go in and try to smooth this out. All of these cracks, not cracks, but all the crevices, I have to go in there and clean those out a little bit. As you can see, I've started sanding already to try to smooth it out a little. All of this, I have to sand it down, file it down to get a smoother look. And let's talk about this. Now, I don't know what went wrong, but I don't know if you can tell. Hold on. This turntable always wants to turn. I don't know what went wrong, but the teeth seem to be more to this side than this side. And it made it look kind of awkward or weird or off-centered. So what I did was I added some teeth here. In my reference picture, there's no, how can I say this? Okay, there are skull teeth, of course, but there are no carnage teeth. So I added these to try to balance things out. Let me see, what else? Okay, in the holes, I have put some holes here. Where is it at? Here. And you can't tell, but there's a hole here because I'm going to put a light underneath the model, and hopefully that light will come up, illuminate the mouth, and it'll come up through those holes to eliminate the nasal area and that eye socket area right there. Let's see, what else? All right, let's talk about something that I thought about this a lot when I was doing my life-size Carnage model. We see Carnage in the comics, and he is, okay, maybe a picture will say more than I can say with words. You see how Carnage, his face is overall is smooth. There's not a lot of bumps and dips and features like in a human face. I don't picture Carnage that way, folks. I picture Carnage with I'm trying to find the words. I don't think his face is smooth. It's got some bumps and humps and ridges, and it's got some features to it. Like, for example, where this kind of comes down, and then see right here where hold on, let me turn this around. See where it's not exactly smooth? It's not, don't have the words for it. Okay, I don't think his features or his face is all smooth and rounded like that. It's going to have some features to it. So that's what I'm going to do with this. You probably can tell right here where the eye socket is, or where the eye is. Once I put the white Carnage eye, I'm still going to have it like this. It's going to be some features to it. It's not going to be just smooth over. Same with the cheekbone. It's not going to be all smooth and everything. As a matter of fact, this portion, the red portion here, and this gray part is all going to be red. That's not going to be smooth like we normally see Carnage. It's going to have like features like a human face, because the bone, there is some bone underneath all of this symbiotic flesh. Okay, there's bone under there that gives structure to Carnage's face. So I'm going to have that in mind as I shape his face. Let me see. I know a lot of folks probably wouldn't agree with that, but that's just the way I envision. That's the way I see Carnage. All right, folks, and I think that is about it. All right, I'll update you once I have done some more to this. And this should be wrapped up in the next week, I'm thinking, at the most, because the hardest part is going to be trying to smooth this out a little bit. And then I have to put some primer on it, then mask it off and paint the skull portion. Can you see? There we go. Paint the skull portion and then the red portion, and that'll be it. Oh, and I'm forgetting that light. I just completely forgot about the tongue. Let's talk about the tongue briefly. All right. So what's going on with this tongue? I used some foil to give some substance to the tongue, something for the hot glue to stick to, and that's what the black stuff is right there, along with the clear looking stuff. That's hot glue. I'm going to apply some air dry clay over all of this to make it look like an actual tongue. Paint it, and then this tongue will be ready to go. And that's it, folks. Make sure you come back for the next part. And as always, I want to thank you for watching this video and thank you for supporting the channel. If you are not subscribed, please do so if you enjoy this type of content. And leave a comment. Don't be shy about leaving a comment. It don't have to be a long, drawn out comment. Just something, anything will help feed that algorithm and to help get my channel out to more viewers. Thank you. Bye. And that should be a great thumbnail shot right there. Let's see. Let me see. Maybe right there. Okay, that might work. I like that one right there too. All right, folks. Bye.